Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Friday. Weekend coming up. Starting to get really hot here in Arizona. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s all next week. It's about 85 today right now, and I'm hoping that with see, it's April 17th, so I'm hoping that with these warmer temperatures, it'll at least kill the virus outside. I don't know for sure, we're still on lockdown, but the Governor Ducey for Arizona, he's hoping by May 1st we could possibly start opening I'm not sure about other states, but Governor Ducey is hoping that we could start to open up Arizona. We'll see if it happens or not, because it sounds like the deaths and number of cases are still climbing up. Not as bad as they were, but still, I'm just hoping that the kids go back to school in July, because time is just starting to drag so much already. And we're already doing our summer deep cleanings, and the kids were supposed to go to school until May 20th or the 22nd, I believe. So we still got an extra month before, we were supposed to start doing our summer deep cleanings anyways. And we're taking on extra things we don't normally do, not hurrying too fast. I got a lot of time off I could take. I got like almost a month of vacation time, like 3.5 weeks. Almost, I think I got about 17 or 18 vacation days. But the thing is, with us I'm tempted to take it, but with us being on lockdown, I don't want to take it, be stuck at home with nothing to do but housework. I'd like to be able to go out and do things, with my daughter, and it's just been so strange. My daughter's had to, see her friend on FaceTime. It's, difficult for her not being able to take her to the park, take her to the pool, splash pads, water parks. It's just a strange time. Normally, the economy goes up and down, but normally it definitely doesn't go up just like that. It takes years, as we saw with the recession. The last recession we had, it took until about 2014 before the economy, got better, before we started to finally break through that 2008 to 2009 recession. I don't know how long it's going to take to recover from this. But yeah, normally the economy doesn't go down real fast either. I mean, it's just so strange that the unemployment rate was at like a 50-year low, I think, since the 60s, and then bam, it's up the highest that it's been since, there's different statistics out there. Some people say it's at 13, some people say, oh no, it's already at 20%. Yeah, some people are saying that, I don't know if this is a projection, but they're saying that unemployment is at almost a 100-year high, going all the way back to the Great Depression. It could hit the highest percentage rate that it's been, in almost 100 years, going back to that time. But I'm hoping that once this is over, most of the people that are unemployed now can get back to work. That's what I'm hoping. But it's really a shame, because with the Great Recession, with the recession, I start thinking to myself, okay, these companies were forced to make do, without. And I thought to myself, okay, when the economy gets good again, are these companies, to save money, are they just going to continue to make do without, even though they can afford to hire more people, even if they can afford to provide health insurance, to provide benefits? Are they, going to just hire people part-time? Are they not going to provide benefits? Are they going to, make do with less employees? They're not going to be paying, if they were keeping their wages low, are they going to continue to keep their wages low? Are they going to cut pay? I've seen a lot of that going on right now. I just feel I'm so glad I'm not in the restaurant business anymore. If I were, I would not be working. I would be unemployed. So many people were pushing me to go back to being a chef again. And it's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I got out of the business for a reason. And, now with this happening, it's definitely good that I made that decision. I just feel, I have a feeling a lot of these restaurants are going to end up having to close permanently, and they're not going to be able to open back up, because restaurants, most of them, especially the ones that are family-owned, independent, mom and pop restaurants, they don't really make a lot of money. I mean, they do, but they spend a lot of the money that they make. A lot of people will say, oh, this place is packed on a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday. They must be, there's a line out the door. They must be, they're, a lot of people think that just because they're hopping on the weekends, a lot of restaurants lose money during the week, and there's still those expenses that you have to pay for heating, AC, electricity, gas. There's a lot of expenses that, go into opening the restaurant up, whether you serve 10 people or 300 people. A lot of them are just breaking even. So like I said, a lot of equipment breaks down, a lot of maintenance, a lot of things that people don't see. So yeah, the restaurants, they do make a lot of money, but a lot of them spend almost everything they make. A lot of them are losing money. Even it's tough, even in a good economy. A lot of them are just breaking even. But yeah, I have a feeling now a lot of them are going to be closing permanently, unfortunately. And I think people are afraid. A lot of them are still doing takeout, but still people are not going out. People are afraid to leave their homes. So I think they're still suffering. And even when this is all over with, that's the other thing I'm wondering about. Are people still going to be so paranoid about when this is over, about getting close to people, about being in close quarters, about people, are people going to be afraid to shake your hand? Are people going to be afraid to get close to you? It just feels so weird. I know as a kid, we used to play just make-believe. It didn't really bother me, but, I got made fun of a lot. I got picked on, bullied. And I can laugh about it now, but people used to say, ew, don't sit by Jeff. He's got disease. Ew. There's that tag game, like, oh, you're it. You have a disease. Oh, stay away from me. Why am I sitting by you? You have a disease. I'm going to get germs from you. But that's kind of the way it is now. I notice it when I'm out in I mainly just go into grocery store. That's the one time I going out to do grocery shopping and going to work. That's about it. But yeah, even though there's hardly any people in the grocery stores, I see the paranoia on people's faces when I get within, I'm trying to keep that 5 to 6 feet distance, but I notice even when I get in within like 30 feet of somebody, I see the paranoia. I see the fear. People jump and they, look to make their way to get away from me. And I definitely understand it, but it's like I'm wondering, until they come up with a treatment and or a vaccine, oh man, because someone said, yeah, it all takes is one person. Because I work at a school of 700 kids, and, the administrator I work for, he said, yeah, he's like, until we get a vaccine, he said, this may last, another couple years. We fully recover from this, the economy and everybody being healthy, because he says it all takes, you got 700 kids in your school you work in. All it takes is one kid to get infected with it. It can spread like wildfire again, and you're going to have to close the school again. Kids are going to be homeschooled, working from home. People are going to be working from home, and you're going to have to go into your deep clean mode again. So yeah, I don't really know what the future holds. I don't know. It's really scary time. I mean, I know 9/11 was a scary time, but for the most part, people still went about their lives. But people, I'd be willing to wear a mask and gloves, even though people are still paranoid about that, because they were saying like, oh, that stuff isn't 100% effective. I guess even those surgical masks supposedly are only 97% effective, but I'm not wearing a mask. I'll take my chances, healthy. But I know there's people that are high risk that don't even want to go out with gloves and a mask. But yeah, if they could let us, if they could open it up, they said, go out, wear a mask or you'll be arrested, wear gloves or you'll be arrested. Hell, I'd be willing to do that. But I don't know about Arizona, but yeah, I hear I saw a meme on Facebook. It said, wash your hands, wash your car. I've been washing my car at least once a week. But yeah, I guess some areas, I don't know, is it up in Canada? Like some areas, like they've got city workers like spraying the streets. Because it could live on streets for a real surfaces, concrete outside surfaces for a really, really long time, survives for a really long time, and it gets on your tires, and you guess you touch your car, you can get it that way. I don't know. There's a lot of theories out there about how deadly this can be, how long it can linger in the air, how long it can survive on surfaces. Yeah, it's really scary. I'm kind of even paranoid grocery shopping because I've been keeping my distance, but even the grocery clerks, they're not wearing gloves, they're not wearing masks, and they're touching my groceries, and I'm kind of a little paranoid about that. But yeah, it's really a strange time. Really strange time. I never experienced anything like this before, but yeah, I'm hoping it won't be too much longer and things can get back to normal. It was really hard for me at first, but I'm kind of getting used to it. I'm coping with it, and hey, this really, I was thinking about it. I was really throwing a fit at first. I was depressed. I was angry. I was down. I was mad at the government, saying that the government has too much control. I'd like smaller government, not bigger government. I feel like there's too much government interference, but I'm thinking about it now. As much as I'm not really a big fan of government, I'm putting my faith and my trust in the government that they'll make the best decision for the people, and they'll open the economy up, open stores, businesses back up when the time is right. I'm putting my faith and my trust in them, even though I'm not really a huge fan. I don't want to open it up and more people, it just goes back, back, to the worst that it's been. I don't want to see more people. It's just unnecessary. I'm healthy, but hey, you've got to look out for the people that are high risk, the people that aren't healthy, the people that are high risk for this. We got to think about them. We got to have respect for them, and it's not fair to tell them, oh, they should have to stay at home and all the rest of us can come out. We all, there's a lot of carriers out there, that people without symptoms, so we've got to be careful, especially there's not enough testing yet. We got to be careful of this. We got to take this, we can't take this lightly. We've got to take this seriously. At first, I didn't really realize how serious it was. I thought it was, because people were saying, oh, more people die from the flu, more people die of cancer, but, this is something that, is really, we have treatments for cancer, prevention for cancer, not smoking, not drinking, taking care of ourselves, but, this is something that is really out of our control. The people that are getting this, they're not doing anything wrong to get this. It's just, out of our control. And, yeah, I think it's about all I have to say on that. Oh, that was, one last thing. I'm hoping this, where people are coming together, I'm hoping that this will, wake people up. Hoping people will be more grateful, less greedy moving forward. Hopefully we'll be wiser, to, cover our mouths when we cough, when we sneeze. I'm hoping people will be I've actually been more mindful myself to wash my hands, sanitize my hands, wash my hands after I blow my nose. I've been more mindful of that. I've been more mindful of using hand sanitizer after touching. I used to think that my mom was kind of paranoid. We used to go out public places, zoos, museums, parks, and mom like, oh, be careful, make sure you wash your hands. You've been touching doorknobs, been touching rails, handrails, railings, been touching, tables. God knows, I didn't realize that, bacteria, viruses, germs, stuff like that can survive on, metal for 12 hours. And it gets like other surfaces, like counters, you touch counters, doorknobs, things like that, doors, tables, it can only survive on your fingers, your hands for, maybe 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, which that's not a lot, but hey, what are you doing? You could do a lot in 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. Are you touching your eyes, your nose, your face, your ears, your mouth. I've been more mindful of that too. A lot of us do that, myself included, rubbing our faces, touching our nose, our eyes, our ears, our mouth, and we don't really realize that we put in viruses. Maybe, that'll cause me to get sick less. Maybe it'll be causing a lot of us to get sick less. A lot of us probably get sick because of, doing that. In our hands, we got a virus, bacteria, germs on our hands, our fingers, and then we're, touching our face, what I mean, and we don't realize it, and we could be causing ourselves to be getting sick that way. And I thought that my mom and other people were just being paranoid, but, now I'm realizing that, they're not. It's more real than we thought it was. We're seeing how much this virus has been spreading, probably due to that. I'm hoping people be smarter. I mean, obviously kids, they don't have that mindset yet, and, parents, you got to teach your kids better, because kids, I've been seeing them, in my school, fingers up their noses, coughing, sneezing in the open air, rubbing their nose, wiping their noses, and not sanitizing or washing their hands. But hey, I've seen plenty of adults that are just as guilty of that. Yeah, I saw one woman at Walmart that was, not even she not even covering her mouth. About a year ago, she was in the line in front of me and just, coughing, putting her hand right up to her mouth, and, it's like, you're not really doing any good. You're still coughing in the open air. You're getting your hand dirty, and it was her right hand, and I think I switched lines because she was using that same hand to touch the credit card terminal, and, I kind of being more mindful of that. I hadn't even gone to the bank to get cash. I don't even want to touch the ATM monitor. I've been putting gloves on to get gas. I've been putting, the gas pump. I heard that's another one. I'm putting gloves on to touch the credit card monitor and credit card terminal, and the machines, the monitor and self-checkout. And even when I go to the cashier, I've still been, paying with a credit card and putting gloves on to touch the monitor and the buttons on the monitor and the terminal. So I guess nothing's 100% effective, so we just got to do our best to avoid it during these times. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good weekend. Comment, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all real soon. Another interesting video. Have a great day, everybody. Great weekend. Bye.